every single video starting out like this. Much better. It's really gross. Okay. And I'm not here to criticize. I'm just comparing and contrasting. Okay? So please don't take this whole video like I'm putting down my generation and lifting up the older generation versus putting down the older generation and just keeping my generation like elevated. No, that's not what I'm doing. And hopefully it's gonna evolve into one of my normal like 15-minute rants, which I don't even have to say hopefully because it's probably gonna turn out that way. Didn't exactly have an idea before I sat down to film this week's video. I'm gonna talk today as a continuation from yesterday's conversation as the young generation versus the older generation. Well, first of all, I want to give a little bit of a shout out to the woman who gave me free lunch. I got free Thai food today. Oh my god, I think it opened. Uh-oh. And I got bubble tea? Like, go me. I'm gonna start out this video by talking about, I really don't like the, double standard expectations that exist. Like, in some countries, it's desired to be like older because that means you're wise. You have like more life experience. But then here in the United States, it's like beautiful to be young because your skin's more tight and you look like you have your act together because your waist is just tinier or whatever. I just really don't like that, but I really do like this food. Holy cow. This is so good. I've been seeing a lot recently, girls my age and maybe even like not even 5 years older than me are getting engaged or they're already married. Like, they haven't even made it to graduate school, but they have a ring on their finger the size and probably price tag of graduate student loans on their finger. But, well, they got married anyway before they went to graduate school. The older generation says we're too young to have our lives figured out or, like, know exactly what we should be doing with our lives. But at the same time, you hardly ever see older generations of couples getting married because, like, the findings, I don't know, like, the standards are that most people find their soulmate or the person they're gonna marry by the time they're 16. Oh, man, it's crazy, you know? I mean, I was crazy about this one guy for a really long point in my life, but we met when we were 7. It blows my mind, as I've mentioned so many other times in my videos, how I could possibly be expected to have a life with someone that I have not even known for half my life. I've only known them for like a quarter of my life, not even. I found that people are much more excited for you when you're engaged than they are when you're actually married. Almost like what's called the honeymoon stage, like when you're just so excited about the new person in your life. You're like so excited about that person, and then once like you feel like it's getting old, everybody else kind of feeds off of your own emotions, that you're not even happy for your relationship. I mean, don't you want to be happy with that person all the time? That's kind of why you're choosing to have a life with them. You might as well make that life fun. Maybe when we're kids or when we're teenagers, we're so excited to grow up or just look older or even be older than everybody else. And then there's like one age that you finally hit. And then you're like, oh, now I only have a year to be this age, and then I'm gonna be pissed at the world again. Like, no, don't do that. It's like the people that are counting down the days until school starts are the same people that are counting down the days until winter break starts. And those same people are counting down the days until spring break starts. And those same people are counting down their birthday coming up. And once their birthday comes up, they have made this whole image in their head about how great their birthday is going to be. And then it doesn't end up being that way, and you just get let down because you were so busy waiting for tomorrow that you didn't even enjoy today. You should not be doing that with your life, no matter what your age is. You are never happy if you are not making today count. I don't think you're ever going to repeat the memories that you have every single day. You're just not going to have the same experience more than once. It's like every relationship is different. And every person you meet is going to be different. Lots of different ways that even like a recipe can be made. Something's not going to taste the same every single time that you get it. Like at a restaurant. But don't expect it to be the exact same way the next time. I'm really not a fan of people telling me how to live my life. I have never enjoyed that in anybody. The older generation just giving me crap for being eager to take on my day and be ready for tomorrow. I've learned how to make it a joke every once in a while, like, oh really, should I be doing that? But sometimes it turns into, shut the fuck up, I will live my own life, make my own choices, thank you. So in conclusion, number 1, be the age that you are now, because you're never gonna be that age again. Don't be in a rush to grow up or get older, whatever phrasing you prefer, and do not feel sad that you can't go back in the past. Number 2, to the younger generation, I will say it as if I'm part of the older generation, but enjoy your youth, because there may be a time that you're not going to be able to do the things that you can now, like getting carted, being able to do a cartwheel, or eating like 4 plates of food at Thanksgiving and not gaining anything. Third, to the older generation, please do not put the youngsters down for the choices that they have made, that you think that you're so smart that you already went through those same problems. Because they are not the same problems. Every single generation has entirely different circumstances. So you, as an older generation, cannot compare back when I was a kid life to mine. You can't do it. Totally different. Give them some encouragement, or maybe some life advice instead of putting them down for maybe the fuck-ups that they have been going through. Come on, they're people too. They just have not lived through all these wars and celebrities and maybe failed marriages that you have. I'll bet you've known so much. Like, you know what, we're gonna go through that too. But if you warn us instead of scaring us, because there's a fine line between that, it might just help. Okay, I think that wrapped up this video. I'm gonna eat my Thai food, and I'll put my links for my social media accounts in the description below. I really hope you enjoyed this week's video, because I know that I'm enjoying this food. That has no connection to each other, but that's okay. Although this is the first time possibly that someone hasn't texted me during a filming. We're making progress, guys. I'm becoming less social. That's not gonna help much. It's my major. Okay, I wonder what this sauce is. Ooh. Oh my god. It's kind of spicy smelling. Ooh. Ah! What's in that sauce? It's okay. Bye!